Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. 70 hours since the stampede unfolded at TVK rally in Tamil Nadu's Karur, claiming 41 innocent lives, finally superstar Vijay has broken his silence. While the actor turned politician expressed condolences and wished the injured speedy recovery, what turned heads is a dare aimed directly at the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin himself to take revenge if you may, but not to fire the bullet from the shoulders of the common man. This even as DMK continues to up the ante, the state government is pinning blame for the tragedy on Vijay and his party. The NDA meanwhile deployed an 8-member multi-party delegation to visit Karur. Their findings extremely harrowing. While many point to overcrowding, poor planning and delayed arrival of Vijay as proximate causes, a few witness accounts go a bit further. Among the assertions circulating are claims that there was a knife attack during the rally. It's certain there's more than what meets the eye, but who's really responsible for the lives of 41, and will the high and mighty be held responsible at all? That's the big question for India. And we'll take that up with our guests and more joining us in just a bit. So that's the big debate coming up. What's the stampede truth? Because there are now allegations and counter-allegations from TVK and DMK. Also coming up next, India heroes come back home, but the cup isn't here. What's really happening on that matter? We'll try and decode for you. Later on the show, a special interview with the world para archery champion Sheetal Devi, who's done India proud one more time. Let's break down exactly what Vijay has said as far as his statement for the first time since the stampede is concerned. So first I want to point out to you some of the political statements that he has made. He has taken on M.K. Stalin or the DMK government head on, and he has said in his video message that people know the truth, people are watching everything. He says if Chief Minister seeks to take revenge against me, then do what you want to me. He dared him almost to arrest him. But he says don't lay a hand on the people or don't take it out on his people because his functionaries have been arrested. Arrest me if you want to do something. Expressing grief over the tragedy though, here is what Vijay said. He says he has never faced such a painful situation in his life and that people's safety is first for him with no compromise whatsoever. So he says they kept people's safety first, that he set aside all political reasons, focused on people's safety during his rallies, and that he chose appropriate venues, sought permission for places accordingly. But there is of course an allegation from the TVK that they were not getting appropriate venues for their rallies. He has also asked the question, why is it that this has happened only in Karur when I have done my rallies in 5 districts? He also cleared the air on why he didn't visit victims. Remember, this is the big question that has been posed to him. He says he didn't want to stay back or go and meet the victims because he didn't want any untoward incident. But he assured that he will meet the victims very soon and prayed for their speedy recovery. Now, the NDA team visiting Karur took stock of the situation and spoke to those affected. Here's what they have said. There are, of course, many charges and counter charges that are coming in from all sides. So, BJP MP Hema Malini was part of the delegation. She says, I can't believe that 30,000 people were allowed to gather at a venue that was so small that it shouldn't have even had a few thousand. BJP MP Anurag Thakur questioned the cops on what measures were undertaken if Vijay's arrival was delayed because state government has blamed that. BJP MP Aparajita Sarangi said it was the state government's responsibility to ensure law and order, while MP Tejasvi Surya said that when they spoke to eyewitnesses said there were frequent power outages the moment Vijay arrived. This is something the DMK government has denied. They're saying there weren't outages and certainly nothing was planned to upset the rally. BJP leader in the state, Annamalai, said that one of the witnesses noted presence of miscreants at the rally. These miscreants allegedly began stabbing the attendants with a knife, causing chaos. Now listen in to that particular testimony of the eyewitness that happened in front of the media today.
This is one complaint from lot of general public. After the commotion started, some miscreants used a knife. And they were opposite side. Miscreants were trying to create wound for people. Randomly they were doing this.
Where was she standing?
Akka neenga enga ninninga?
Naan indha ditchla vilundom.
Akka fell into the ditch.
ஆப்போசிட்ல எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச பையன் ஃப்ரெண்டுங்க 4 பேர் கையில கிழிச்சு ஜிஹெச்ல தான் இருக்காங்க.
So 4 people here, friends who were on the opposite side, somebody tore into their hands by using knife, some miscreants.
அப்புறம் ஸ்கூல் பிள்ளைங்களுக்கு ஒரு 3 பிள்ளைங்களுக்கு கை உடைஞ்சிச்சு. என் பாப்பாவோட கிளாஸ்மேட்டுக்கு கை உடைஞ்சிச்சு. அவங்க ஜிஹெச் போல ஒன்லி தனியார்ல ட்ரீட்மென்ட் எடுத்துட்டு இருக்காங்க.
Her friend's daughter had her hand broken, but she went home by taking treatment in a private hospital. So a lot of people went home directly.
அவங்க ஜிஹெச் போகல.
They didn't go to GH.
Now, in a parallel development showing how heated it is becoming politically between DMK and TVK, a social media post by TVK's Deputy General Secretary Adav Arjuna triggered the ire of the local government. In a now deleted post on X, Arjuna urged Tamil Nadu's youth to follow the example of young protesters in Sri Lanka and Nepal, calling for a quote youth revolution against what he described as a wicked government and warning that state authorities had become mere servants of those in power. Now, angered by this post, the DMK called it irresponsible, adding that India is a peaceful country unlike Sri Lanka or Nepal. In fact, A. Raja of the DMK called the post anti-national, or he asked, is this post not anti-national? Now, this is an interesting turn of events given that India bloc parties have been invoking Gen Z protests otherwise in the country, and the BJP calling them motivated or anti-national meets with criticism. So there is an exact opposite playing out as far as the state government, part of the India bloc in Tamil Nadu is concerned. We'll discuss that and more coming up with our guests. The big question today is there more than meets the eye as far as the cause of the stampede is concerned? The TVK is no longer shying away from saying there's been a conspiracy against them.
சிஎம் சார், உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது பழி வாங்கணும் அப்படின்ற எண்ணம் ஏதாவது இருந்துச்சுன்னா என்ன வேணாலும் பண்ணி அவங்க மேலே கை வைக்காது.
I think the people who are responsible for all this should be held accountable, and there should be a free and fair probe by a sitting Supreme Court judge.
Seeing this, immediately the police should have taken action and stopped it and somehow managed, said, tell him to go, don't come now, baad mein dekhenge.
You don't even want to follow the regulations and conditions which even the Prime Minister has to follow.
First up, I want to go across to former Governor of Telangana and BJP leader Tamilisai Soundararajan, who's joining us. Ma'am, thanks a lot for your time. You've seen Vijay has released this statement, and it's very clear. In his statement, he's hinting at some sort of conspiracy against him. And he's, making that allegation, at least suggesting an allegation directly against the state government. How do you read this?
So, first of all, this video is... it's a timely release, I think. Even though it's a delayed release, it's a timely release. Because from the morning, his workers or cadres are demoralized. And there is a motive behind the arrest of his cadres. And totally there was effort to pinpoint what all the mistakes done, or only the Vijay did it, and all the loss of lives are only due to that. So there is, from the morning, there is a plan from the government to deviate the total issue. And even when we see the one judge inquiry in the television, she is almost interacting with the people, and she is coming to a inference, and she is telling the point that Vijay should have come earlier, and he should have waved the hand, he should have come out the caravan a little earlier. So she herself putting the coming to a conclusion. So these all giving a picture, political picture, that Vijay is almost, the whole picture is deviated towards Vijay, and the government is washing its hands. So it is timely release, so it gives a moral support to his cadres, and it gives a political stand of him very firmly.
Since you mentioned what the government has said or has been saying, the government has also done a press conference a short while ago. They're showing that the amount of crowds that even the TVK expected, the crowds were much, much more than that. Despite that, the government and the cops anticipated it. They had good police arrangements, despite the fact that the TVK had not anticipated that number of people.
No, it is the duty of the government. They cannot be proud about that, because it is the duty of the government. The government is having the machinery. The political party doesn't have a machinery. They have the machinery, they have the intelligence, and they have the information facilities. So they have to predict the political party, because another thing, the Vijay party is a new party. They are inexperienced. The way they organize a program and the amount of people, but it cannot be 10,000. Even an ordinary person can predict, because Vijay is a popular person. So even though they predict like that, the police should have predicted more, and they should have made all arrangements. And another thing, repeatedly they were telling, no, they told only 10,000, but we predicted 20,000. But it is more, because in administration, it is their duty to continually monitor the swell of the crowd and immediately take action on for-footing. So the government just cannot wash their hands and just go away from their duty, because that was expected. So how can they allow the loss of lives? The government cannot accept whatever may be the measures. It should have been a successful measure. So they tell, okay, we have done so many things, but in spite of that, we lost the lives. That cannot be the words from the government. I won't accept that.
Okay. Vijay said in his statement today that if the Chief Minister wants some revenge from him, he should arrest Vijay and not his party workers. He's personally dared the Chief Minister. How do you read this standoff that is taking place between the two now?
He's justified in telling this, because from the morning, his cadres has been arrested. And there are, in the Facebook, there are opinion against both. Opinion against Vijay, opinion against government. Even some derogatory words against Vijay. But the government is focusing only on the people who focused on the government, and they were arresting only the people pro Vijay, and they were just leaving the other people. And even the one judge investigation was going towards accusing Vijay. So with all this inference, he is compelled to give a moral support his cadres, and he has to do as a political leader, even though it is delayed. He has to do that. And another thing, all the MPs from DMK from the morning, they are providing press meets saying that Vijay is not a leader. So they were deviating the issue totally.
No, but ma'am, in all of this, it cannot be said that Vijay himself has no accountability or responsibility, right? It seems like BJP and even other political parties are trying to shield him here, maybe because of the impact in the upcoming elections and whatever. We don't know what happens from here on.
No, because only one thing I am telling, a delegation has come. The delegation is very straightforwardly interacting with the people. The delegation has asked an appointment with the SP and the collector. Okay, this one collector, one police, one government official is giving interview to the public. They have time for that. But the people in the delegation are very responsible people or member of parliaments. First, the local administration has accepted to see them, to meet them, and finally they have denied it. Why they are doing that? So this only brings us more suspicion, and this only brings us more concern about the people. So it is not shielding one, and it's not provocating other things and other pinpointing the government. It's not like that. We want free and fair deal with the problem. But why the government is acting like this? That is the suspicion we have. They should have met, and they should have met. They had some questions to be verified. The Anurag Thakur, Honorable Anurag Thakur, was showing some questions. So this could have been answered. Why they are even they can meet the press? Why can't they meet the delegation of the MPs? They are very responsible people, experienced people. Why they denied that? So these all put together only makes the suspicion more.
Okay, suspicion over what has went down and what the government is trying to do now. Tamil Sai Soundarajan, I do appreciate you joining us. Let's also now open this up with our other guest joining us. I want to go across to R. Rajagopalan, senior journalist, Sumant C. Raman, political analyst from the state, and Kasturi Shankar, actor, joining us. Kasturi, I want to begin with you. Did you think it's enough for Vijay to now, 3 days later, release a video message, try and explain why he didn't do more and promise more? Is this not too late? Ma'am, your audio is muted, I think.
There we go. Yeah.
Can you hear me, ma'am? Go ahead.
Yes. Where is the question of too late when you're expressing humanity? I think you have to do it whenever possible. You can say it is better late than never now. But I want to pitch in and say something that I take from my own experience. There was a time when the ruling DMK regime was restricting my every movement, watching my every movement, and wouldn't let me do anything. So whenever I had to attend, when I was in the news in a very controversial spot, and whenever I had several commitments in the week, and the cops would downright come up and say, we can't let you go. Because if you go, there may be some controversy, and we cannot risk that. And I would be like, it's okay, I'll face whatever consequences, let me go. And then what would happen is, in a few minutes, the venue owners would call and say, madam, please don't come because we are under pressure. Then the event organizers would say, we have spent so much on organizing this event, please don't come. So why I bring this up is, even for a Kasturi, this is the kind of pressure tactics that we had to face from the ruling dispensation. I cannot imagine what kind of pressure Vijay was under in the last 3 days, even to come up with a response today. I'm pretty sure that his knee-jerk reaction would have been to go back to Karur, but I'm also speculating that they would have told him, don't go now, heads will roll, don't go now, there will be even more loss of lives, don't go now, we will come. I'm quoting from what they told me. We will come with you. We will come with you. We will facilitate your return to go and console the bereaved. I'm speculating that he would have heard all this. They would have said, don't go now, you will be arrested. But now, the shit has hit the ceiling. They are arresting everybody in the party that they can lay their hands on.
Sumant C. Raman, one second, ma'am. Sumant C. Raman, how do you read the statement that Vijay has made today? Because it doesn't seem like he's holding back either. His party has already made comments about how, there has been some sort of conspiracy to destabilize the rally that day. But there wasn't much acceptance of what went wrong from their side. Surely they also have some accountability, right?
Absolutely, Shivani. And I found that a little disappointing. Look, you want to allege conspiracy, you want to politicize this, you want to blame the DMK, absolutely fine. I mean, that's a political line that you want to take. But you have made mistakes. Your party has made mistakes. You need to own up to those mistakes. And then you can go on the charge. But I did not, in that video, see any remorse. He only said, it is very unfortunate this happened and all that. But I did not necessarily see any kind of remorse from Vijay, for what had actually happened. There was no acknowledgement that, yes, we made mistakes. We should be, we should have done things differently, which is very, very unfortunate. And I think that this video will have two parts. One part, people will say, yes, he took on the DMK and he's given them, he's sort of throwing down the gauntlet to them. But at the other side, there will definitely be disappointment amongst the people of the state that he has not owned up to his faults. That is not what an aspiring politician should do. This video could have been hugely different had he said, sorry, we made mistakes. We will not allow this to happen again in this manner that it occurred. we will ensure in future crowd control is better and all that. But the point is, he did mention that at some place, that saying that, this will not happen again, kind of thing. But
Exactly.
over and above that, there was no acceptance that we made mistakes, and he and the party have made mistakes here.
Yes.
Turning up 5 hours late is
Yes.
simply not.
First of all, there
acceptable.
wasn't no explanation on why he was so late. Is it fair on the public that they were waiting in the heat, Kasturi? He hasn't addressed that.
While I will concede that the delay definitely acerbated the waiting problem, the people problem, I think it's not possible for Vijay to answer every question when he himself, I believe, is in a state of shock. I mean, he's quite shaken. So I think they will, in the end, publish some kind of FAQs about everything that he feels, but as of now, he's just reacting.
Okay.
I think he should be, personally, I think whatever be the consequence, he should be in Karur, where the BJP delegation is right now. Vijay should be there.
No,
Vijay's people should be
precisely.
there.
But it might already be a day or two too late, isn't it, R. Rajagopalan? I mean, you're saying he's still in shock. Fine, he didn't release a statement that evening, the next day or the next day. But now this is the third day. Today, you need to come out with possibly a better effort. R. Rajagopalan, what do you make of it?
But Vijay has done the right thing, Shivani, because he has structured it. First, he announced 20 lakhs. Then he formulated the legal strategy. Today, he has come to the political strategy. His video throws up two things. He dared the chief minister, and also he, as Madam Kasturi said, he gave a strength to the cadres. Apart from that, Shivani, yesterday when Mr. Rahul Gandhi called him from Colombia, that gave him more strength. And moreover, today, K.C. Venugopal and other leaders of Congress are in Karur, and that also given him strength, because it is going to be now political. I must speak political. When you are in alliance with India Alliance, that is DMK Congress, how can Mr. Rahul Gandhi go and talk to Vijay, who is enemy to DMK? So therefore, Rahul Gandhi was at mistake. DMK sensed something bad. That is why they deployed all officers, etc. After NDA delegation got a good publicity in the Tamil media. It is a state government is confused. Politically,
No, but R. Rajagopalan, it's a bit much to suggest that the state government had some sort of a nefarious design and they deliberately did something that eventually led to lives. I mean, that is too tall a claim to be made frivolously.
Today, new conspiracy has come. Stab, the
Yes.
cutting with knife, etc.
Yes.
So therefore, the one-man commission, one-woman commission should also inquire into it. As Tamilisai Soundarajan said, one-man commission is doing, as yesterday Sumant also went on record, this no confidence in that lady judge. Because
No,
she
she is the one from that Sterlite investigation as well. So
Yes, yes,
everybody
but
knows
you know,
about
Okay.
her history.
Shivani, you know what they did?
Yes.
They gave a report which indicted certain police officers. State government
they were
promptly
promoted.
promoted them. They gave them promotion. Once the
And
officers,
therefore-
including a man who was promoted to the rank of ADGP and retired 2 months ago with full honors. Man who was
Sumant-
indicted by the Commission of Inquiry.
Okay.
Amazing.
So, coming to the point, very interesting other point, Shivani, that Ali Arjuna has tweeted about the Gen Z.
I mentioned that,
And
yes.
the state government, and deleted it. Fear of NSA being, National Security Act being camped on him. In that case, Mr. M.K. Stalin has been right. Why Rahul Gandhi did that isn't he?
Yeah.
It is important to also. So therefore, Rahul Gandhi confusion created, a comment of flutter in DMK circles. That is why the allies of DMK, Vaiko, Thermavalavan, Congress, they all started to speak because of the NDA delegations.
Okay.
Another thing, 14th is the Parliament, Tamil Nadu Assembly is meeting in another 14 days. What is going to happen, how the Tamil Nadu government will strategize. And one woman commission also says she does not get the time limit. Whether it's 1 month or 1 year, 2 years, there was no indication about the time limit in the order. So there is a confusion. Mr. M.K. Stalin got rattled, though he attended the, at 2 a.m. he went to the Karur, etc. There are welcome signs. But at the same time, DMK government got confused because everyone wanted to
No, but
compare
that
Karur
confused
into
or
Manipur.
not, one
Karur
cannot
into
forget.
Manipur.
No,
They
but
started to
we
compare
cannot.
Manipur.
We cannot forget the fact that Vijay is not on ground, while all other political parties are. You cannot escape from that reality. But someone very.
1 minute, Shivani. Let Mr. Vijay come to the ground reality, then DMK will know. At least Mr. Vijay's video has established one thing sure, that Vijay is not Kamal Hassan to withdraw, buckle around.
Okay,
or
fair enough.
buckle around.
No, he's certainly not backing down. He has had a message for his supporters and workers that our journey has just started. It will be tough, but it will be continuing. Sumat, I want to understand from you, the main point here is, forget the political analysis of it, which many people are doing, what impact this can have, what alliances can be forged, etc. That's for later. Right now, 41 lives have been lost. Is nobody going to be held accountable for it? Do you have faith that there will be a free, fair inquiry, whether it's this one-judge judicial inquiry, or do we need more?
No, free and fair in Tamil Nadu right now.
I think you need to have, one minute, I think you need to have either a court-appointed monitored probe or you need to have a CBI inquiry. This is not going to go anywhere. There will be an inquiry report, and we've seen the way the state government has handled previous inquiry reports, including from the same judge. So I don't have any an iota of a doubt. Look, Chinnasamy Stadium, 11 people died. Almost the entire senior police hierarchy in Bangalore was shunted out and suspended. No, not even a constable has been suspended so far. I don't know if I missed something in the last 3-4 hours, but until this morning, no action had been taken against a single policeman in Karur or the district administration. So I don't have any expectation that this government will actually resolve this. No way.
Okay, I'll leave it at that. But some accountability needs to be set, and I think there are questions on all sides right now. I do thank our guests for joining us.